Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Off Topic Podcast. Off Topic, where real life brings laughter, lessons, and uplifts. How's everyone doing today?
Fantastic.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I got Mama Kim here today. Please say hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, what is that? What do we call this?
Sunday fun day.
No, not the shirt, Sunshine. What do we call this hair? What do we call her?
Kim.
Oh, Kim.
I know that's right. Kimberly.
Okay. Put me in my place. Yes. All right, what's going on, Ronnie?
Not much. How is everybody?
Oh, I see you got your little off the shoulder sexy number. Come on now.
Oh, do it sexy.
Do it sexy.
Well, you know this ass super fat. Bow.
Right.
Okay, that it. Lord, what's going on, Hayward?
Not too much, just
you got you a new cut, a new color.
Just trying to, switch it up a little bit,
Let's do a 360, baby.
Yes. You want somebody locally did that for you?
Absolutely, my normal.
Oh, yeah. Yet again, you slept on my talents. I told you I know.
It's just so hard to coordinate these schedules. We got to do a little better.
For the coin, I'm available.
But not my time. Got it. Okay.
No. I didn't mean to say it that way.
No, that's you did.
I'm trying to grow my business.
No,
that's what I meant to say. I'm trying to grow my business.
Got it. Okay.
Oops. Anyway,
I'm here for the coin.
Yes, and I see you got you a little. What is this? You get these little braids. Twist?
A little, my little Nubians, a little twist for the, to bring out the water goddess, in me.
Because it's almost, or is it officially Leo season?
It is officially Leo season. All the Leos stand up.
Yes, Leo season. You got you and
woo!
You and P.
Like, subscribe, and share to our season.
Who else is a Leo?
It's a full show. We give a full production, don't we, P?
That is true. Never a dull moment.
It's funny. It's two people at my job that's born on August the 5th. They was like, "You coming out?" Mm-hmm. This is one lady. Her birthday's August the 5th, and then my old manager, who I used to work with, his birthday's August the 5th also.
Richard is a Leo as well. Yes, Richard. He's best friend.
Great day, August the 5th. August the 4th, a great president was born. August the 5th, a great Bill was born. Yes.
And then August the 13th.
It's just greatness herself. He came into existence. I mean, that was once understood, needed not to be said.
My God, today. Well, it's good. So Leo season in full effect. Did anybody watch the Olympics? You guys watch the Olympics or anything like that?
Caught a few pieces here and there, but
I've been watching a little bit of it. Definitely watch Simone, baby.
But did you watch the opening ceremony? I know it's kind of long and drawn out. But
I saw bits and pieces. I didn't see the whole thing.
Did you see who introduced the American team?
Oh, God.
Who did?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Oh no, I missed. Okay, well, no, I didn't watch the big. Okay, so yeah.
Oh, they had and see, I didn't know each team had introductions.
No. Just the Team USA had their own little introduction.
I saw that trailer. I did see the trailer, or I saw what she.
Yeah, I saw the reel. I didn't.
Yeah.
She came and she's trying to promote that album because it ain't doing so well. So she put that song "Yaga" behind her. Huh?
The country
no, she did.
Mm-hmm.
The country album not doing so well, but She did that. She played that song "Ya" behind. It was a cute little opening. She looked amazing. She looked amazing.
She did look amazing. The song not so much, but she looked amazing.
I like that song. I do like that song.
Yeah, if you really listen to it like in its entirety, it has a message. I will say that it has a message. And I did miss I missed Celine Dion's performance. I saw a clip of it, but you know, it's great to see her back in
Gaga.
Huh?
I saw Celine and Gaga. Baby Gaga her whole number in French. Come on, Stephanie.
Is she?
Yes.
Oh my. Has it
Gaga, baby.
Love being of America, love being from USA, but shout out to the Sudan team. They was out here making a name for themselves, and they did a great job doing it. The American Sudan basketball team. So shout out to them. They gave us a run from our money, and I respect people like that.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what Simone does. I've been following her. She did great on the floor exercise. She did great on the vault.
And they said she's injured, and I was like, injured where?
She has a calf injury because they showed on one of, I think when she got off of the floor exercise, she like hopped down, you know, on one leg. It's on her calf, but she's doing her thing. So I hope she pulls through without it. And I can't wait to the track and field because Sha'Carri Richardson? I want to see her take it. However, it's not going to be easy with those Jamaican women because those Jamaican women be running. So,
but the U.S. team,
that make her the fastest woman in the world? She already is, right? She's the fastest woman in the world.
I believe so. Her and Noah Lyles is considered to be the fastest man in the world.
What is the other black young lady's name on the team with Sha'Carri, who when they were doing the when they were passing the baton? What was it? Oh, I can't. She was like the third leg or something. And sis.
Oh, she was killing it. Yeah,
she showed out. Yeah,
that Jamaican girl was killing it too. I think they're the fastest women. Yeah,
the Jamaican women they be running, so they're gonna definitely give them a run for their money. And I watch the swimming. I just like that, you know, because I'm an avid swimmer myself.
You are?
I'm sorry now.
You are?
Huh? I thought you didn't know how to swim.
I said I'm not. I know how to swim for my own benefit, yes.
But when you say my own benefit, and you know, or do I need to sit this one out? Because then when you say my own benefit, and then when you say avid, those are two.
It's a contradiction. I know it's a contradiction.
I'm
an avid beneficial swimmer.
I was just trying to figure it out. Okay.
No. Avid beneficial swimmer. That's what I am.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, mine. Okay. Because I was like, I thought you said you couldn't swim. Okay.
We're just throwing adjectives out today.
So you can save yourself. Is what I heard. You can save yourself. Is what I heard.
That could be debatable. Anyway,
Kim saved me.
In other news,
and I got a picture to show it. Kim saved me, y'all. I didn't let my cup go. But my cousin saved me in Punta Cana. She wasn't gonna let me drown, and I wasn't gonna let my cup go.
Was not gonna let that cup go.
You're a swimmer, aren't you, Hayward?
Huh? You say, am I a swimmer?
Ain't that it? The producer trying to chime in, talking about he definitely won't be him in the water with me. Listen, that ain't funny.
And then let's highlight the bodies of water. Like we go from a pool to a beach to an ocean. It's a little different.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm okay if I start off on shore and I drift myself in the water. But the incident he's talking about, we took a boat to the middle of water, and I was a little frightened. I was like, no, I can't just get out in the middle. I just had to do it on my own pace.
I understand.
Oh, okay.
I understand. On its own time, if I get it.
In other words, it's over 6'3" deep. Really 6'2", so I can be able to see. Anyway.
It's too fun.
Crazy.
All right, guys, let's get to the first clip.
Code switching is not just being versatile. It's not just being a Swiss Army knife. It's that you're forced to compromise who you are and speak in other ways in order to survive. And the reason we're so good at it is because we haven't had a choice. And quite frankly, to become successful in this country, especially early on, you have to play a game where you have to make white people not uncomfortable of your blackness
I've never
or
been
your
good at
queerness
that.
or your womanhood. And yeah, the people who aren't good at it, you always wonder what happened to them.
Yeah.
And then it's because they were not willing to play the game.
You know, for a very long time, that was, honey, they could have called me Code instead of Tab because that's how I lived my life. I realized I learned it at a very young age, watching my mama answer the phone and switch her voice when she
Not
talked
the bill person voice.
to bill collector. Right? Something that simple. Or when we were out in the store and when, you know, white women or men spoke to her, she would speak different.
Yeah,
I'll start.
it's no secret.
Good morning, please.
Right, go cancel, baby. I'm ready.
Go ahead, Stovall.
I feel that we all code switch. I feel that the degree to which we all code switch might be different. And I feel that this is going to be for a deeper conversation. I don't feel that there's anything wrong with code switching as long as you're happy to, or not code switching, as long as you're happy being in the place you end up. That's my views.
What do you
So
mean?
if you're meaning if you feel like you're a person that just has to be true to self no matter what, and wherever that lands you, you're comfortable where it lands you, then like I can't say code switching is for you. But if you can't complain about where you are and where you end and not play by the rules of life, because at this point I feel like code switching is just a rules to life, not necessarily you betraying yourself. And then the reason that I say I feel like we all code switch, because I feel like everybody on this cast went to church at sometimes, and the way that you act in church and the way that you act out of church are different. The way you act in front of your parents and the way that you act in front of your friends are different. So that's my opinion.
I think that's a little different than code switching, in my opinion, because I feel like we act differently in church in different places, or in church versus where we would act outside of church. But I think a lot. I feel like code switching, when I think about it, is more so to do with like race, and or not specifically race, but culturally. Also, like, you recognize another Black person in the workplace. I feel like we've all done that, but then we have our, as Tabitha Brown was stating, like, excuse me, your bill collector voice or whatever that may be in those spaces, or you may you may speak a little differently at work versus the way you do around your friends. So I think that's definitely been my experience probably since elementary school, because I went to school with more like white and Asian kids and Hispanic kids versus like Black kids. So it was always like being aware of being around.
What
like,
school did you go to?
I went to a regionally gifted school.
Come on, regional.
Any more questions? Yeah.
Yes, gifted.
So just being in those spaces, I learned early on or recognized early on that, to be in those spaces, you just kind of like navigate accordingly. And then that kind of like trickled on into the workplace. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Mama Kim, I don't know if you coached.
Oh, guess what? It took me 10 years almost, though, because I'm going to be honest. I remember I was saying, like, how Kim was talking about, if you okay being yourself, and I kept saying, I'm like, I ain't going to change who I am. I'm who I am. And I remember my manager pulled me in the office after we was doing one-on-one. She said, if you do not change, you're going to stay at the same level that you are. I'm like, you don't know me. You don't know my struggle. And she was right. And now I give that same advice to other people that look like me. I'm like, it's a politics game. It's a game. When you are in big business, it's a politics game. If you do not code switch, you sit in the back. You're not at the table. You're not invited to the table. They don't want you at the table. That door will be shut. And you will be, because I remember this guy, he was the same level for 6 years. We just got out of talent review and they said, hey, if you have this one level that's been in that level for 1 year or more, it's something wrong with your management skills. This guy was in the same level for 5 years. But nobody is telling him you might have to change your approach, or maybe it's your approach. And he might have been like, I'm not changing. And maybe he was okay where he was at. But in places of business, people that look like me, we have to. Because that's just what it's been inbred. It's inbred into the business. It's not a lot of people that look like me in the same level. I think I'm the only one that is in my place of business that's at my level as a Black woman. Now, it's some Black men, but it's no Black women. And somebody told me that I had to, in order for me to move up more, I had to get along with people who don't look like me.
Mm-hmm.
And getting along with people who do not look like me means that when they talk, even if it's right or wrong, I better not say nothing. I better not challenge them because they hold the pen to my success. And that's really, really hard.
Very.
Yeah.
Biting that tongue. Oh, yeah.
I personally struggle with code switching myself for those reasons that I don't feel like you are being true to yourself. I feel like to code switch, you are selling yourself short. I understand the business of it. I do understand the benefits of it. However, for me, and I've seen it happen multiple times. I know we got to play the game, and that's what we call it, especially when we're talking more so about the workplace. You got to play the game. But the worst part of it is if you play the game and still not get nowhere. And that, for me, is the worst part of it. Because in a sense, I feel like sometimes you're kissing ass, you're doing those type of things to get where you're trying to get to, and then it's still going to, and if it doesn't benefit you, then you kind of lost yourself in the shuffle. And I know you mentioned about the talent card, and I'm so, if I could add a couple more souls on it, completely against talent cards, because I feel like this, and what I've learned and what I see is that people can make the metrics fit the person. If they like you,
right, the
metrics they'll make the metrics fit you. If they don't like you, they'll make the metrics fit you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's the misconception. And, they sell people on these, talent cards or calibration meetings and all those type of things. But I feel like it's really about the relationships, I guess. And so that's what you guys are saying with code switching. But I struggle with that because the worst part of it is that you step outside of who you are and it still doesn't benefit you.
That's true. And that's facts. Because you see people, I see it every single day. And it's one of them things. And then and it was funny because cool, but it's just certain things you just be looking at, people of different color. I remember this one of the managers, me and him the same level. He pulled me in the office and he said, I got a question. He said, do you know why everybody wear bonnets? So I looked at him. I said, what do you mean? He said, people wear bonnets. Instantly, I knew it was a racist thing because nobody that looked like him is wearing a bonnet. Everybody that's wearing a bonnet in here look like me. And I'm like, oh, it's just because they want to protect their hair because it's dirty in here. But in my mind, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You stupid fucking racist bitch. What?
But was he racist?
It was.
Or did he really want to know?
No, it was racist.
Okay.
Because if everybody had on a bonnet, it would have been cool. But nobody that looked like him had a bonnet on. Everybody who wore a bonnet, men and women, looked like me.
Which is why we were asking, was it really racist?
Maybe he was just seeking to understand.
Yeah, if he didn't know, right?
Especially if everybody in there looked like you.
Mm-hmm. Because he wouldn't have known, right? Otherwise.
Most people. But I'm just like, because why would you ask me? Look it up. Look it up on the internet. Monique talked about it. People talk about it. People wearing a bonnet.
She's not a viable source.
Well, sometimes I just think we throw that racist thing on there. So that's why I asked, because there's conversations that my white colleagues have that I just don't know because I'm not in the environment. But am I gonna go ask Kim? Am I gonna go ask you about what they talking about, or am I gonna go ask a white colleague that I feel like I'm comfortable with and cool with? Is that racist though? Because I'm seeking to understand what another culture is doing.
I don't know.
And maybe you have a welcoming energy that they felt comfortable coming to ask you versus ask somebody else.
Guess what? I asked that to another white person and they said it was racist. So, because I was like, would you feel comfortable? And I was cool with this white person. And I was like, would you feel comfortable asking me why people wear bonnets? She said, hell no.
Is that because that person knew though? Did that white person already know the reason?
She knows.
And I think that makes a difference.
That makes a difference.
Yeah.
She did know. But I'm like, or to me, ask the associate, hey, why you got on the bonnet? And they're going to tell you, like, hey, it's because I want to keep my hair. I don't want to pull my hair up. A lot of people don't want to pull their hair up. Like Kim, I see you keep pulling your hair like that. We have to wear our hair above our shoulders. If I came in with long braids, I might have on a bonnet.
So that hair you got now is excusable?
Oh, no, baby. I have a ponytail holder on every day.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
So asking the associate who's also Black, I guess I don't think I would have took it like, unless they came being rude and nasty with it, like,
like why are they wearing these bonnets?
Yeah,
why are they wearing the bonnets? And then in a team meeting, Kim, then look at you.
Right,
that would be racist.
Yeah,
but I don't think
like,
seeking.
Hey, I've noticed. What is
now? If you knew this, and I think it's the audience, it's the person that said it. If it was somebody different than him, I would have been like, "Oh, you just asking." But he has a racial undertone all the time. I fuck with him because I know what to expect. A lot of times, that's why I think I go into my office, because I just be like, you know what? I know what you really feel like. I know how you deal with probably outside of work. I'm gonna move in and move out. As long as you don't say nothing crazy to me, I'm cool. And some white people, they get comfortable and they say stuff, and you be like, bro, you can't say that, because I couldn't say it. It's certain things that I can't, like me and my friends, we say stuff, and she white, I'm black. I'm like, hey, you got some cheese with that cracker? Or she be like, I got this watermelon. So you know, but then somebody else might feel like it's okay, and it's like, it's not.
Y'all play like that?
If any of my white friends came to me and said something about my face is Mario's face, because I'm not going to play with you like that, Brenda. How cool we are.
Yeah.
But you have to.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. This mayonnaise and cucumber sandwich. We're not playing like that.
But you have to make it light, and because
some things I can't make light. Things ain't funny like that.
No. It's one of the things, like, I got pulled over one night for my headlight being busted. This officer, and she was on the phone with me. Officer called for backup. Literally had me pulled over for 20 minutes. He said, Kim, I would have never believed you if I wasn't on the phone. Because that would have never happened to her. So, like, for her to see it on news and all of that stuff, but she literally sat on the phone. I said, don't hang up. Literally, they had me pulled over for 20 minutes for one busted headlight. She was like, if that would have happened to me, that would have been 5 minutes. So, and really letting somebody that's not your color see your life. Because a lot of times, I don't understand somebody's white life. She don't understand my black life. So to keep it light, we might joke and play, but you have to. That's your friend.
I'm sorry that happened to you with the pulling over situation. However, she better not ever come around me. No friend of mine, no white friend of mine need to come bring about watermelon, fried chicken, and none of that thing. But at the same token, I'm not going to make a comment about cracker
Right.
and everything like that, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put out there what
You don't
what
want
I
to
don't want them to
receive.
put out there as well.
Mhm.
Mario, question for you. Is it greater for you to be your true identity? Is that greater than being your code switching? Which one is greater?
My struggle with code switching is that I don't necessarily see the benefit of it. And so the result for me would be that to be my authentic self would be more beneficial, because if I code switch and still get me nowhere, then I'm feeling away.
But code switching can still be. How are you taking it? I guess in the sense
Code switching, because the king of code switching is our producer. Yeah, baby. You see that man at work? He is,
and you've said this before, but
he's the king of it, but it works for him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what I'm saying. It works for him. It's beneficial for him. I don't see that benefit, and so that for me, if I was to do that, all those things, and I'd be like, bitches, shit ain't got me nowhere, I would feel away.
But in your space, would you have to do that? I think it also
yes, yes, there is opportunities to do that. However, I don't. It's a struggle. It's a struggle because I feel like you're selling yourself out. Let me backtrack.
Okay.
Because I think in my business arena, definitely code switching is valued. But I always think of it as, again, people are gonna like you already regardless. And the worst part about it for me is to do it and not to get anywhere. And that's always in my head about it. Yeah, I can shoot the shit with you. I can this, that, and third. But I've always grown up to believe that hard work speaks for itself, and that's what should catapult you. So that's always been my belief. Mm-hmm. In reality of it, I know that that's not a true statement in our society. But that's how I really feel about it. And so, but I understand that in most companies, corporations, relationships is what drives you to the next level.
Yeah. But I feel like it can be as little as, I guess, what I was thinking in terms of like, just if you're in a setting, right, and you're just having a general conversation with a colleague who happens to not be Black, you're having just the same conversation, but you may avoid certain like slang terms that you may use with another Black person that works with you. Versus having that conversation, or just saying
code switching.
It can, because that can be for me. Like I think about in those instances, because you can very well like try not to say those things in front of people to avoid that whole. What does that mean? What is it? Just make it simple and make it, so that everybody understands what's going on.
Well, I work in the hood, so they know. Listen, I work in the hood. This ain't corporate America. This is the hood. So they all. Listen, they know all the slang, they know everything. So when I say it, they know it, but I don't. But I see what you're saying. It makes perfect sense to me. Yes.
I guess I look at it. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Mario. Was you finished? I don't mean.
I'm done.
I think I look at it more so. Yes, like I do it at work, but it's for a while. It was just like, let me just not say anything back. When you're younger, you're going in. But I think I take a look at it more so as. In my head, going in some situations, and I know that I shouldn't feel like this, I feel like most white people automatically just feel like we're just all ghetto and, uneducated and things like that. So it's like, I need to go in here and act like I got some sense and let them know that, still myself, because I'm still very sarcastic, like, I can't stop that, I can, but I don't want to, let me be honest. But just so let me go in here, act like I have some sense. Let me talk to let you know that I am very well educated. I know what's going on. Like I had said in our last segment, basically almost sometimes feeling like if I get too much, then it's like, oh, she knows too much, or you're one of those, or you're an angry Black woman. But I just want them to see that we are educated. And we're in the workplace. I think I still look at it like that, but that was more so when I was younger. Now I still look at it like that. However, on the other hand, it's more so I can't go in. If somebody pisses me off or something, I got kids I got to take care of. Mm-hmm. I want to keep moving up like I am. So there's a certain way that I need to act in here. so that they can know that and I can keep doing what I have to do. My mom calls it shut mouth grace. She's like, once you have kids and you really got responsibilities, you'll get to a point where you gotta, I mean, that's not necessarily you conforming to them, making them feel comfortable, but you don't want to be the one where as soon as you go off or spaz is, oh my God, she's one of them. She's a,
Yeah. And that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. And I understand the benefits of it. Don't get me wrong. I understand the benefits of it. I just don't, it's just the thought of the doing it and then it not getting you anywhere. But that's why I say, like, Mr. Producer, I really admire, because listen, he's a whole nother person. But also, to your point, he's showing that, Black people don't have to be X, Y, and Z, and they can be educated and all that. So he's definitely giving that a different image, because they probably don't know he listened to Megan and all that other ratchet stuff.
They know.
I'm saying mine know, because I let them know. Even I start work at 6:30.
No, they don't know, because when he pulls up, he's playing his Taylor Swift.
They know.
They know. They ask him, "Did you see Sexy Red?" They know.
But no, I admire that. I just I've not. Let me say this. I've not seen it prove to be beneficial for me.
Okay. That has been beneficial. I will say that for me. But I've also finally, it took a while, but I'm gonna say my late 20s, early 30s. Well, I'm gonna say before then, I navigated to find a healthy balance, because sometimes in the workplace you like you just can't say anything, and a lot of the times I let shit slide when I should have slid. You see what I'm saying? Now I've gotten to the point where I'm a master at sending an email to let you know you got me fucked up in a professional way, or I am a genius at that. Very professional, like, but to the point. So I'll send an email and everybody's okay. So it's like, oh, she's very professional, she's intelligent, but I think I'm scared of her a little bit.
I get it. I mean, it makes, like I said, it makes
dearest gentle reader, bitch, don't fuck with me.
Okay. Oh my God. So I get it. It makes perfect sense. I just, and if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, I see both sides of it. So. All right, guys, let's get to this next clip.
I'm not afraid of death, because I know where I'm going. I know, the people that I'm going to see. I think I would be afraid of death if I wasn't a good person, but I am. I don't want to die. That's the difference. I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't want to die. Like, ever. Like, I just want, the aging process to stop, for sure. But I'm not done. I'm not done with life. I'm not done with living. I'm not done with loving. I'm not done with creating. I'm not done with, hopefully changing things for the better. I'm not done. My greatest memory is yet to come. People don't know a lot about cancer. I think they just sort of assume that it means, you can't walk, you can't eat, you can't work. People put you out to pasture at a very early age. You're like, done, you're retired. And we're not. Like, we're vibrant. We have such a different outlook on life. We're just so grateful for every second, every hour, every day that we get to be here. I'm not afraid of death.
Lord.
Brenda.
Huh?
I said Brenda.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I don't know why she talking all that shit. They say she was a bitch.
That's what the people say. But you don't know. You didn't know her personally, so how you just go?
People say she was a bitch. They say she was a bitch.
Don't know her.
She already talking about that kind of stuff.
Know her.
Bitch.
Why she talking about them spreading my light and all that kind of stuff. But the people in Hollywood that I've spoken with have said that she's a bitch.
What?
Who have you spoken with?
I can't reveal my sources. Thank you. I'm connected.
True journalist.
Journalism at its finest.
I'm connected. The people, they said that she was a bitch, but rest in peace, Shannon Doherty. But Doherty, how you say her name? Doherty. Shannon, rest in peace. People said you wasn't very nice in your living years. While she talking about being vibrant and child, they said they was ready for her to get out of there.
Well, maybe.
I'm not gonna do this.
Now you would hate for people to talk about you that way when you
that
leave
they
this
was ready for her to get out of there.
You would hate that.
But I lead with love. I lead with love.
That's not what I heard.
You probably believe them people that said that stuff about Ellen too, huh?
About who?
I said you believe the stuff that people said about Ellen too, huh?
Here's the thing: you guys are speaking as if I don't know. I'm not connected. I have spoken with a few people that have interacted with her, and they have said that she is not the nicest person. So I'm coming from it's secondhand information, but these are viable sources.
Okay,
believe it.
There you have it. But yeah, the people said they was ready for her to get offset. But anyway, but she raised a great point. You know, me myself personally, I'm not scared to die either, but I'm scared to die a violent death.
That's mine.
That's my biggest fear. Like, for instance, like last night, I don't know, I was so anxious last night. It was me because P had went out, and it was me, Riley, and Remy laying around here, and I was so anxious, like feeling like, you know, these damn dogs bark at every fucking thing, and I'm like, what are y'all bark? Is somebody coming in here on us? You know what I'm saying? I'm just scared of, like, you know, something like that. Somebody coming in, robbing you, killing you. Not so much robbing you, but just coming in on you. You know, you unprepared, stuff like that. That just, oh my God, that freaks me out to die a violent death, because I just rather would just go peacefully, you know. But that's probably my biggest fear. Not scared of dying, but scared of dying a violent death, because I just think that is just something about that really leaves your soul unsettled.
I can agree with that.
Yep. Likewise.
Death is going to happen, but I do ask not fire or a car crash or being shot or, you know, anything that, like you said, violent. So definitely not afraid of death, because it's going to happen. What I am afraid to die too soon. And I say that because one of my prayers every morning, every night, Lord, if you want to take me earlier than I'm ready to go, I just ask that let those twins cross that stage and already have, you know, been accepted into colleges and stuff, so that nobody has to take care of them. I don't want it to be where they're left and someone has to come in and take care of them or anything. Let me just, if you want to take me the day after they cross that stage, just let me make sure that they're settled and that they're good and they can be okay on their own. I've done what I was supposed to do. That I ask. Now I do pray that, but
that was my same prayer, Ronnie, when my kids was younger. I always did that, because I was like, if I die, they going to my mama. Oh, Lord, please, no. Please, Lord, let me stay alive just enough for they to be okay. And now I'm like, we good. I've lived a lovely life. And I used to be afraid, but I'm not no more. I used to be really afraid of dying. Don't want to see no dead people, but I'm okay now, because I feel like I've lived a good life. So if I had to go, I don't know if I want to go. Like, if I go, even if it's in a car accident, I need to die instantly. I don't want to be like in the hospital. I don't want to put on my family like, do you pull the plug? I just want instant. If you shoot me, I want to die. Don't shoot me and I gotta figure it out. I might have to be in a wheelchair. I don't want to do all of that. If you gonna come in here and kill me, please just kill me. Don't threaten me with a good time with, I'm gonna just shoot you in your arm. I don't want to feel no pain. Shoot me and let me die. In the car accident, I just want to die, hit me, and instantly. I don't want to leave it to my family to have that struggle.
I agree with that.
Before when my dad did die, he did die peacefully. But before, he was in the hospital. And they was like, hey, Kim, you got to come. I'm like, I'm not coming to do nothing. I'm not doing that. I'm going to be at home. Let me know. I'll be there later. But I'm not coming and having that decision on me. And then he just, in 18 years later, he died in his sleep. So he went peacefully. But before, he was in a lot of pain and all that stuff. And they was like, hey, you need to come to the hospital. And I was like, So I wouldn't want to put that on my family. If I pass, I just want to pass without them having to think about who going to pull a plug. Do we keep her on the breathing machine? I don't want that. I don't want them to even have to go through that.
Stovall, how you feel about it?
What was the question?
Are you scared to die?
No, I'm not scared to die. I'm not scared to die. I know that we all have to die. I'm kind of like with you guys. I don't want to have to experience a death where I feel trapped. Just because in life I feel like I can kind of come over any and every hurdle. So that would be a fear of mine, like getting stuck in a car and I can't get out when I know how to swim, or just
was that shade?
Not, but it was just on the tip. It was just on the tip of my brain, so we just talked about it. So yeah, but getting in a stuck type of situation, death, that will be torture to me. So, but no, I'm not afraid of death. I'm actually okay with death. I'm usually the person that would like to talk about death and get things.
So what's your plan?
Yeah, because nobody likes to talk about death. I'm usually that person. So yeah, I'm absolutely not afraid of death. Yeah.
I don't have issues in talking about death or anything like that. I do have a fear of death in general. Like I think I'm always like wondering, like, what is it after you die? Like, what is it truly? Because none of us really know, because we haven't been dead, obviously. So it's almost like, is it just instant darkness? Is it, what really happened? So I think just like that mind wandering, like what's actually going to happen when you die is like that anxious feeling that I get surrounding it.
Do you feel like part of that anxious feeling is because you would feel like your work here isn't done yet?
Not specifically. I think just whenever it happens, if I were 89 versus 40, whatever.
89. Child, you done lived a good life.
But I mean, I'm just saying that wouldn't matter. It doesn't change like how you feel. And I can't say that until I'm there, but that's how I feel today. So that may change if I'm blessed to live that long. So
that would be definitely a blessing. That definitely would be a blessing. I don't know. I just that's the only thing I can think of is just die
that's fair.
Violently. Because and maybe it's possibly because I watched them shows and the people being there and they be like fighting for their life to the very end, and then the nosy part of me would be like, I would want to know what is being said after the fact. Like, I mean, just being for real. Like, what's being said? You know what I'm saying? Then he fought to the end. That type. That's the stuff they be saying on there. Or you can tell, the stuff under her nails was showing that she was a fighter. This and that. So is that gonna be my story? Or they gonna be this bitch was he went out like a bitch? You know what I'm saying? I know I want to be. I'm just nervous.
Maybe they come here.
What would you do? Like that? It'll speak to your personality now.
What would I do?
Yes, you're speaking to your personality now. What are we known for Mario to do? What would you do?
He'd square up.
I would fight.
And go down fighting.
You will fight.
Right.
I definitely would. And so when I'm on forensic files and everything, and they talking about that,
you need to let that. You're not gonna die a violent death.
They gonna see. Like you know what I'm saying? They gonna have the DNA. They gonna know, and they gonna know who the person was because they gonna see them. They like that's
Mario, the person you are. If you saw death coming towards you, you're gonna fight. You're not gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna do that. You gonna go in?
Oh no, I'm not gonna be a damsel in distress. You're right about that. This and the third.
You might kill them. I don't see you. I don't see you losing a battle, baby.
Here's the thing. That's funny that y'all say that, but I am really very scary, like about certain things. Like it's probably too scary than I should admit, but I'm like scary. Like when I'm at home by myself, scary because I be like, first off, them dogs make all
right,
huh?
So that's because your spirit ain't right.
So my spirit is fine, thanks.
That's what old folks used to say. And old folks say,
I really am scary. Like somebody coming in, like when we lived in Indiana. And people would be out, and I would me Riley, we would line up in the room. I would go down there. That's what we had a little arsenal. I would go down there, get me the butcher knife, and listen.
Not a butcher knife.
I figure by the time they get up the stairs and then dogs barking, I'm in position. That was my thought process. Listen, I had a plan, but I just be scared. I just because people just are crazy and they just will do any and everything. And I think that's what and what scares me is that sometimes it's the worst shit. The baddest. You think I went to Warren Central High School, but sometimes the worst stuff happens in like good neighborhoods. It'd be like, and then the people in the neighborhood be like, "Can you believe that? Nothing like this ever happened." So I'd be thinking like that. I'd be like, "Damn, this is a good neighborhood." It'd be my black ass that be on the shopping block. That's the shit that going through my head.
Next thing you, Mario, they gonna turn around. They gonna be like, "We thought we broke into somebody's White House." They're not.
Listen,
come out.
That's definitely me.
Everything else. Baby,
if they catch me on the day where I didn't work full time and had to run kids every place, they come in here. I'm gonna tell them, baby, listen, all that stuff you thought you was great to do, you don't even have to do all that. Just go ahead, take. Cause I'm tired, and I don't even have it in me to fight you back. That's why baby, just go ahead. I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired.
Now I can see what you're saying, Mario. If you in a bed sleep and get startled out your sleep. Like, I've been watching all these TikToks where people just been scaring people, and Monet was like, "Mama's scared." I said, "Don't do that." Yeah, don't do that. Don't scare me. That is, I think that. Don't scare me. It's funny to watch, but I don't want to be that person. I'm asleep. You put bugs in my bed, and then tap me like, "Wake up, wake up!" And there's all these fake bugs in the bed. Or I'm coming in the house and you stand behind the door. It's dark. Don't do that. No.
Now I do that. Go ahead, Stovall.
No, I was gonna say, just as you guys know your fears and be comfortable with yourself, do you guys set like a personal plan? Do you guys construct personal plans for different situations on how to survive?
Like getting that butcher knife and being ready. Yes, that's my plan. I say, listen,
but like for different situations. So like, what if you were in a car? Or the reason I asked is because I do, but one night I thought somebody had to jump on me, and it was just like, damn, I'ma die. Yeah, like slippers count. I was in my house. It was in the winter, and I was dead sleep. I mean, sleep, and I just heard something over me. And I didn't even want to open my eyes because I just felt like I failed. I'm like, now who in the fuck was able to get through my front door, me not hear the alarm because I'm so sleep, get down the hall and get over me? Like, that's a whole bunch of slippers. So I couldn't even get to the situation to handle it because in my mind, I'm having a whole conversation with myself. Like, how the fuck you slipping?
Right.
Boy, with some fucking raccoons in my ceiling, because I really had to level set myself. Like, I was like, bitch, do not open your eyes because you got caught slipping. Like, somebody then made it through. So I sat there and I had to literally said to self, now, bitch, wait a minute. Even if somebody got past the alarm, got down the hall and you didn't hear them, why would they be above you? And then that's when I opened my eyes and I was just like, fuck. Yeah, it was raccoons. But I mean, like, I'm dead sleep and they was having a whole block party in my shit. But so that just made me ask you guys, like, do you have different scenarios thought out for different
I do if I'm in the house. I have not thought about like if I'm in the car. I haven't thought about that. I have a scenario for each room in this house. Yes.
No, that's good. Yeah. Because like one scenario or one situation to think about is somebody is trying to take you somewhere. Are you going? Are you gonna go die there, or are you gonna die where you are? I'm not dying where the fuck they taking me.
That's right.
No, we're gonna die on the way. We're gonna die on the way.
Right. We gonna die on the way. Right. If not only you, yeah.
For both of us.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, that's just something to think about, like in a car. Yeah, my fear, I don't know why, but yeah, my fear is like the thing that can capture me is me being stuck in the car. So like, I have something in my glove box and I'm like, I want to buy that thing off of Scene TV where you snap it on your seatbelt. I'm like, I need something to help me break this window because as I get older, I get weaker. You know what I mean? But like, I don't want to be stuck in this car. That's my fear. I'm going to be stuck somewhere where I physically can't get out. And I feel like that's just a fucked up way to die.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's tragic. Very much so tragic.
Absolutely.
I think about that. All right, let's get into this last clip.
Oh, it hurt you. You called us.
Okay.
So what'd you hear?
Somebody keeps outside my house, y'all. Please, I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. I just, please, God, please. I don't know what to do.
You doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure?
My medicine and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right.
Let me see. Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I
rebuke you in the name of
You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the pot!
19 shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, your head's up, dude. You're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. Yeah, I'm not taking boiling water in the head. And look, it came right to our feet, too.
I'll go get my med kit. Go get, hurry, get your med kit.
I mean, there's not much we can do.
We can at least try and stop the blood.
Is there anything you think we can do for her? No. Alright, I'm not even gonna waste my med stuff then. She was the only one.
Where's he going?
No, she had a boiling water and came at me with boiling water. Yeah, I'm good. It's crazy.
The devil.
The devil.
Yeah. Demon.
Uh,
And when did she go towards him?
Did not.
Never.
Everything was a lie. I didn't even know he had lied about something. It was something separate, like not even that portion of it, but they had lied and said, I think that it was self-inflicted, that she like something like that.
That was the first thing. That was
the initial, right?
It was self-inflicted. And then when they called the son, they made it seem like it was an intruder. So the two different stories came out prior to that. And
yeah.
I think what was cringy for me is like when she it didn't show in this clip, but like when she opened her door, she was like, "Please don't hurt me."
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you guys think there was some mental health issues there?
I think they were saying that there was. I think she did have some mental.
I think so.
Her family said she had something.
Yeah, I believe.
I'm just upset that we still continue to deal with this when I feel that they identified mental health issues as soon as they were standing on the porch. I feel that way.
Immediately. When he
Immediately. You could just hear it. Just us outside looking in. I heard it. You know what I mean? Like if the story was that she called because she thought it was an intruder, regardless if the mental health issues was because she was just shaken up because of what she thought she heard. But then you can tell, like if you play the clip again, I forgot what she said, but her response to them wasn't the right. So immediately you pick up mental health issues and then you call her a crazy fucking bitch at the end. Clearly you seen that when you came. So why did that warrant a headshot?
Yep.
You called her a crazy fucking bitch at the end, but you identify right on the thing when he asked her, "Are you okay?" You clearly identify something immediately. So why didn't you call some more responders to come out to help deal with it? Because
and he wasn't even the one that asked; it was the other one. There was
you immediately identified it.
Yeah.
But then when
you could just tell she clicked. Like when she went to the kitchen, you could just tell something clicked where she became aggressive. I mean, like multiple.
No, she never became
aggressive.
No, when she aggressive in the part that she went from, oh, I love you guys. When she went in the kitchen and she had the water and she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." What clicked? Something clicked where it felt like she was defensive. Something clicked. So what did she feel?
He was asking her, "What are you doing with that hot water?"
But before that,
he kept questioning her, and I think she started getting confused.
I think he had scared her with that because she should. He honestly,
they could have gone to turn. Yeah.
Once they said on the porch, "Are there mental things right there?" Yes, they should have called somebody else in. However, she called you guys, even if it was a mental.
She said she called for help.
She was fucking scared. So why you then entered her? You should, once she said she was fine mentally, even if you knew she wasn't, go to your car, call somebody out to have them check on her. There was no reason to go in her fucking house. Then you guys.
She didn't invite them in. She didn't invite them in. They didn't even go do a check.
I thought she said she invited them in. I was gonna say
no, she didn't. No, she didn't invite them in. They just came in.
And then one that was cool, but the other one even asking her for her ID. She didn't have to give them that.
I didn't understand why they needed that. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah,
and then also nervous getting it out. Well, shit, y'all making her nervous.
Let's not forget that she didn't. It wasn't like she was going to the stove with that bowl, to get that bowl. The one guy
her to, he asked her to go over when they could have just done it themselves. Like there are two of y'all.
Exactly. So she was.
They were so far away, nothing would have hit them anyway.
Right. And then you hear that
he hit him in the foot with
the feet.
And she didn't even she was down because her hands were
she was
up.
crouched down. Yeah. Yes. Which is insane. Like
another senseless killing because they choose not to seek to understand. And then it's been a whole issue trying to get these mental health trained officers and mental health representatives on the scene. Like you can identify and you still don't bring them on the scene, but you got a problem with riding with you guys on regular rotations. You can't have it both ways.
But the difference is, and what everybody been saying is because she was black. Because if you think about it, it's been white people with weapons, with mental health that's not been shot. And you went straight for her head. You didn't try to hit her in the knee. You didn't try to hit her in her shoulder. You went straight for her head multiple times. Exactly. Not just one shot, multiple times.
Exactly. But the fact that she was on the ground, though, like how could she have, I guess, really gotten you with the boiling water? She was already crouched down. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah.
But did y'all not see how the other one had like his little taser gun out, and the one that shot us walked in front of him?
Yeah. And the thing about it is, and I know I get it. It was hot skull and boiling water, but damn, was that you would have still lived if she, even if she, in theory, even if she was gonna throw that shit at you, you would have still lived. You know
I got a question though. How do we know it was hot boiling water? Do we even know it was hot boiling water?
Well,
because the way her mind was going, it could have been just water that she put on the stove. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
But she took it off and had set it down too. And I guess my one of my big issues with this is obviously a senseless. It didn't have to happen. But you have these, and I'm gonna say it as my one of my co-hosts said, Mario, you got these losers who they don't have no power nowhere else. They were bullied or whatever in school. So now they want to be cops. And this is something that they want to, I can shoot. This gives them some kind of power. Because this, I'm not even going to say young man, this deputy, Sean Grayson, he's worked for 6 different fucking agencies in 4 years. And that's after being charged with 2 DUIs.
Yeah.
So he just keeps moving around and y'all keep hiring him. Like, I don't understand that.
Like, how does that work?
Yeah, how does that work?
And see, here's my thing too. I feel like she knew something was going to take place, like, because her saying "I rebuke in the name of Jesus" came out of nowhere. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, how some people know is something's about to happen. I feel like she knew something was about to take place for her to prompt her to say that.
Yeah.
But, he felt comfortable. I also feel like he felt comfortable in doing that because think about it. So many of them have gotten off for doing this type of shit or worse. And so he probably didn't feel like it was going to, I guess we still don't know if it's going to, what the effects of it is going to be, but he felt like he was going to be, think about Amber Geiger. You know what I'm saying? Sweetie, you knew everybody know what they house smell like, what they house feel like. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me never once you're gonna walk into another person's house and feel like, oh, I thought it was my house. Never.
You'll stack up and everything is gonna be different.
Yes, the smell of your house is different from every. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different feel. But for people to buy that and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's possible. No, that's stupidity. But so I think that so many of these individuals not get pleasure, but they just feel like there is no repercussions for what they going to do or what they are doing, and that's why they continue to do it.
They do.
Yeah.
And your homie want to give them out immunity. So
it's sad, but it makes you fearful to even, I'll be honest with you, as a black man, I am terrified of even getting pulled over by the police because you just never know how that is going to end. Do you know what I'm saying? It could be an innocent routine stop and you just never know how that can end and how the narrative that's placed on that. Like if we never saw this body cam footage, they would have painted a picture to make this scene seem more gruesome than it really was.
And they had already begun to do that. Like,
they had already started with the lies. Absolutely. And the sad part is you do have so many cops, and I'm gonna say white cops, good cops that really do care about the communities and stuff they work in. But you got that handful that it's like
them bad apples.
Yeah, them bad apples. So everybody like that is bad. That's the same thing with me. I mean, not with me, but even with the cop there, like, why didn't you, even when he was like, get the ID out? Dude, she ain't gotta get her ID out. She called us. What the, like, chill. What? Why? Even when I shoot you in your fucking face. Hey.
You said what you were going to do.
Say something. Like, say something.
You said it. He admitted to it.
Like,
yeah.
You gotta, they have to hold each other accountable. Call them out.
Yeah, but I think they're too fearful to do that because for whatever reason, the good old boy, to be ostracized or all those type of things, they're scared to do that.
It's
definitely unfortunate for her. And to your point, Stovall, her having, or could be potentially suffering from mental illness. They should have been able to recognize that from the door. You know what I'm saying? You
training that they should be getting.
Yes,
because I thought that was part of their training.
Producer, do you mind playing that just one more time for us, please?
Oh no!
Can you?
I just want to
see. Can you pause? Yeah, look for us to say pause, P.
Oh, it hurts you. You called us.
Okay.
So what'd you hear?
Somebody keeps outside my house, y'all. Please, I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
what do you need help with?
nothing. I just, please, God, please. I don't know what to do.
You doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure.
My medicine and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right.
Why did they come in her house? She was going into her house.
Why did they end up in there?
Okay, so go back to the beginning. She called them, right?
Yes.
But like, do you see her looking, and the part where she said, please don't hurt me, y'all, that can be interpreted in different ways, right? But then when she looked down at her phone and she said, y'all, hold on, I'm just trying to figure out, right there, that gave me mental health issues. Because Mario, let me ask you, you just gave an example. If you and the dogs are in a house and you said you're already scary nature and you call the police, what is your reaction to the police going to be? Like, how are you going to be acting towards them? More welcoming that they there and trying to point them out. But to me, she just seemed in a state of confusion on top of being scared as well. But she seemed like a state of confusion, especially when they're here to help. Now, I don't know what neighborhood it is. I don't know what previous triggers she has with the police, but just past that, once she said she's taking taking her medicine and was looking at that phone and she couldn't get her thoughts together, that is a red. We don't even have
a red flag right there. She said that. She said, I'm trying to get some help. And then when they said, are you okay on the phone?
Yeah, so my thing is like, yeah, right there. It's just like, let us get somebody else down here, because everybody knows that mental health, whether it's impairing or actual mental health, it comes off aggressive, right? But not aggressive where you need to kill me. You can clearly tell something is not clicking. That clicking is my stuff is not firing off.
She walked away and said, I love y'all, thank y'all, and went in and shut the door. What made them go into her house?
Yes. Like, why were they even in there? They didn't need to be.
Well, just speaking logically, I don't know if you guys how many times you guys have had the police call. It's just like when you call the police and hang up, they still got to come and they still got to do the whole procedure. So I disagree with that part of them when she walked in the house, them going away. They're not going to go away, because it's just like, think about it. Why do they have to call you back when you hang up? Their policy is to see that all the way out. So that part, that wasn't a red flag to me. But the red flag was, you can tell something is off with her. like you can tell. Mario, the whole rebuke you, Jesus, yeah, that's perspective. It's just how you see it. But if you listen to it, and P, I want you to play it, her tone changed. Like it's like her voice got darker and deeper, and something changed. So like it sounded like she was just in and out of bouts. You know what I mean? So maybe the medicine, I don't know. It just sounded like she was in and out of bouts. I definitely don't believe that she needed to die, but I believe that they should have clocked that better, especially with the training that they receive.
But let me ask you this, because I know you said they have to see it all the way through. She called out there saying she thought somebody was outside. They said they looked around the whole house and didn't see anybody. Right. To me, that's the end of that. There's still no reason for them to go in the house. No reason if you thought it was a mental thing, okay, again, let me go to the car and say, we checked everything. Nobody's there. She says she's okay mentally, but somebody may want to get out here and check her out. I still don't understand why they didn't go in the house. Yeah. Also, I know some people don't believe in it, but as far as her tone changing and things, yeah, she probably has some mental things wrong. We can see that, but I do believe that because you have some in the Bible that were off, but they could see demons. Mary Magdalene, she saw demons, but she knew that from the jump, so she could see. This man right here, for all we know, she could already seen this. He probably great come in here and that great hurt me. You know, I'm probably not great making out of this alive. Like maybe she couldn't voice that, but just I rebuke you in the name of,
that discernment kicked in.
Yeah, her discernment kicked in.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
That again. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, we hurt you. You called us.
Okay.
So what'd you hear?
Somebody keeps outside my house, y'all. Please, I'm trying to get help, y'all. But
what do you need help with?
nothing. I just, please, God, please. I don't know what to do.
You doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure?
My medicine and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right.
Let me see. Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I
rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the pot!
19 shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, your head's stuck, dude. She's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. Yeah, I'm not taking boiling water in the head. And look, it came right to our feet, too.
I'll go get my med kit. Go get, yeah, hurry, get your med kit.
I mean, there's not much we can do.
We can at least try and stop the blood.
Is there anything you think we can do for her? No. Alright, I'm not even gonna waste my med stuff then. She was the only one.
Where's he going?
No, she had boiling water and came at me with boiling water. Yeah, I'm good. It's crazy.
So was there another clip? Because I didn't see, because you said that they searched the outside.
No, that's what they said in the beginning. We searched. They didn't show you searching, but he says we searched everything. Nobody's out here. That's what he says.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah.
But just to kind of go back to the clip that you sent me earlier, Ronnie, is that that I think his police officer was talking about that. He was saying that she had put the pot of boiling water down, and she had nothing in her hands when they shot her. So that makes it even worse. But I still have to go back to this and say this. That pot of hot boiling water, if it was hot and boiling water, we don't know, was not, to me, it ain't life-threatening. Do you know what I'm saying?
It can be, because third-degree burns can, just depending on how severe they are. Like, I'm not saying it's a regular thing, but it can be. I'm just saying.
And he tried to justify it by saying, look, it's all the way up here by our feet.
But if she had it in her hand when you shot her, it dropped and spilled across by your fucking feet. Because we would have seen, the way he was shooting, we would have seen her throw something. She didn't throw it.
You were far away from her that even if she would have threw it, to me, in my mind, you were far away from her that even if she was throwing through that water at you, it wasn't going to land like he thought it was.
They were saying he repositioned himself to get a better shot. Like he went over.
Absolutely.
That's right. So yeah.
So
why couldn't you just let your other guy lead with the taser if you felt you were
threatened?
He even the other repositioned himself to back away.
But to say it like I will shoot you in your fucking face, like why? Like what? I mean, but.
And she said, "I'm sorry." She said, "I'm sorry." And was putting the water down on the floor.
Yeah. So
it was sad, but that's the unfortunate part of
policing in America.
It is, definitely, because now, and who can really feel safe? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, home.
after seeing something like that. This, it's craziness. But again, I have to say that so many of those officers feel like they're above the law, and
nothing happens to them. They get put on administrative leave.
In office, it's going to be more of the same.
They'll get paid.
Yep, they're getting paid while we investigate to see the videos here. What are y'all investigating?
There's no investigation necessary.
We don't want them to lose their pension, their family. So we can lose our lives, but we don't want them to lose.
And I think they're going to probably put a spin on it to make her
inconvenience them too much.
I
said let's not inconvenience them too much.
Right.
Yeah, I think they're gonna put a spin on it to make it seem some way, somehow they're gonna try to drag her.
They can.
They're gonna try to drag her in some way, some shape, or form, just to make it excusable.
They can't. There's no way you can't. Like I refuse to believe that because I don't think there's no way.
I completely see what you're saying, but I just the way that people move in today's society, they're gonna try to drag her in a way that make it seem like even if it's mental health issues, they'll say that. To make it seem, she was unstable. She this, that, and third. They're gonna pull up her, any other incident she may have had in her past or something like that. They're gonna drag, pull that out and everything. Just make it seem, just paint a picture of her that is unfavorable, just to kind of excuse their behavior. When in reality, there was no excuse for that behavior.
I wish that they would just go back and look at their process and procedure on why do you have to shoot to kill? Why does it have to be? I think the rules is two shots to the torso and then a headshot. I think that's their thing. But why do we have to do that in situations that are not critical? Why can't you shoot to disable?
I thought that video didn't he say that you don't shoot? Like there's places you're supposed to shoot, but he didn't even say to the torso or the head. What
it's supposed to be two to the biggest parts of the body mass, and then if not, to the head.
But what did that lady really pose a threat?
No. Even if you didn't know what, don't get me wrong, mental health people, they move quick. That shit, they move quick and you don't know where they go. But if he had the taser, if the other one had the taser out, why couldn't you taser to try to figure out what she was gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Why did you need that? Or why did you even allow her to continue to walk around the house? If you still needed to search the house, why didn't you say, ma'am, I'm going to have you stay here? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you my thing is going back to the beginning of the video, I picked up mental health issues immediately when I seen that video. Mm-hmm. So you're trained to see this. Yep. So why didn't you immediately say, ma'am, I'm going to have you stay right here with this officer so that we can go do a sweep, de-escalate the situation by reassuring her, we're here to help you. Let us do a sweep. You stay right here. Especially I see you're scared. I see you're upset, but yeah.
That would have been perfect. However, this motherfucker was trigger happy anyway, so I wouldn't even want, because then we wouldn't have no camera because he didn't have his body, what's the name on. So if he was the one left with her.
Right. That's true.
That just sucks. I'm gonna have to send y'all that video I sent Mario too, because that cop really. And
I will have to say, Ronnie, when I first started watching, I was like, oh, I hope he don't say no bullshit. But he spoke some truths, and so
he did. He did.
Yeah, but it was it's really unfortunate that things like this happen. But it's more unfortunate that things like this continue to happen, and then the narrative that's spent on it makes, for instance, when you think about George Floyd. Remember how they, who cares if what his past was like? Did he deserve that treatment? Did
exactly he deserve that day? Who cares? He's been to jail and all that. Who cares? We all have a past, but that day, if he was doing wrong, absolutely come put some stuff.
I mean, not me, but I know that their past people have passed.
Have a past either. Okay.
I just want to say this for the viewers and the subscribers. As I've talked to police officers, I would just say that if you're in that situation, just don't try to handle anything in the streets. There's another way to attack it, and literally just have a conversation with you and your emotions, because in the temperament in the world today, we can't win. And it don't matter about taking our lives.
That's real. But here's the thing though, Stovall, and I only part about that I say is that you can do everything right and still be in the wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's the unfortunate part about it. That's what makes it more unfortunate. You can do everything right, keep your emotions intact, all those type of things, and still be in the wrong. And the narrative that will be spent on that is that you did something wrong. So that's when I be talking about your legacy, and I will be nosy, want to know what was said after the fact. Because if we had none of this to see what really happened in that house, they would have painted the picture like this lady was violent. She was aggressive. She was coming at them. You know all that kind. And you had to shoot her in the head. To your point, Ronnie, in the head. You could have, wounded her or something like that, but you shot her in the head, and then you act like ain't no sense. Ain't no point in us wasting our medical.
Yeah, like no remorse, none. Like
you didn't even try to come to this lady's rescue. You didn't even try to help her out. You was basically like, you shot her, she's gone, she dead.
Oh yeah, you don't need to go get that. That was a headshot. Like
yeah.
2 shots to the head of that. It wasn't just one.
So you can only imagine the conversation he having with his buddies, about that. Like, what I'm saying, like they out there playing duck hunt and stuff like that. That's in my mind, that's how they really speak to each other about in situations like this, which is just is completely unfortunate. And I just hope that her family fights for her legacy to be remembered in a more of a positive light, and don't let the media and this police officer taint her legacy to a point that makes it seem like she was something that she really wasn't. We all can see that she needed help. She was in a unstable mentally, and they should have handled that a lot differently.
Yeah, I agree. This stuff just it brings me, and I know that I don't know any of these people personally, but when these shootings happen, this shit cuts so deep with me. Like I hold on to it, like I sit with it longer than I want to, and I get so angry. I just get mad because it's like, why do you guys feel that because our skin is darker that we're nothing, that we mean nothing? Like I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I agree.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, but we just got to keep hope alive and stay prayed up and believe that positivity and the right will prevail in the end. It's even though it doesn't look always that it's going to work out in that way, but it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Yeah. All right, in the midst of this darkness, Hayward, do you want to take us out with an uplift?
Absolutely. Oh, all right. So this comes from our former president, Herbert Hoover, and a national character cannot be built by law. It is the sum of the moral fiber of its individuals.
Who said this?
Herbert Hoover.
There's something wrong with Mario.
It's a lot wrong.
Wrong. Mario.
Yeah.
Who is that? He was really a president. What? I'm
politically. I'm gonna need you to come back when you've done your history.
I didn't know. I knew George Washington. I knew Abraham Lincoln.
That's good. That's a whole lot of. What was it? Absolutely. The national character cannot be built by law. It is the sum of the moral fiber of its individuals.
Okay.
Well, that was good. Just what we just talked about.
Hoover. I know Hoover, the Hoover Dam.
Good night, everyone.
Yes. They named that after him. They named that after him.
The way he leaned in and said, "Who said that?"
No, seriously, that was really good. That was a good uplift.
Mine was not uplifting.
Just because I really didn't remember who he was. But yeah, now I remember Hoover Dam. They named the dam after him. Hoover, and the vacuum. Anyway, all right. All right, guys. Thank you for that. Great. That's what they called Nancy Reagan, the Hoover.
Jesus.
National character cannot be built by law. It's the sum of the moral fiber of its individuals.
Did that speak to you?
I'm gonna read it over a little bit.
Oh, okay. I mean,
break it down.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Hayward, for sharing that thought-provoking, thought-provoking uplift for us. We will carry that with us through our week. The sum of what? Send it to me. Text it to me. All right. Again, thank you, guys. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share Off Topic Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And thank you. Have a great week.
Have a great week.
You are absolutely silly.
Listen.
It's so sad.